Everyone here at AMC Town Square, Chasing Cinema, Mr. Josh Bell, also known as Josh Bell Hates Everything. Find all his stuff at joshbellhateseverything.com, or you can read Las Vegas Weekly. Today, how many, 15 years later?
Yeah, way too many years.
Way too many years. In between, we are going to be revisiting Rings.
What are your one ring, and now there's many rings.
What was the second ring called? Wasn't that called Rings 2?
No, it was just called
The Ring 2. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So what are you expecting going into this? I know you just rewatched Ring and Ring 2.
Yeah, and the first Ring, quite good, actually. Naomi Watts, really one of her early good performances, and Gore Verbinski gives it a nice kind of creepy atmosphere. So I don't have high expectations for this because those people aren't involved in it. And after 15 years, what is there left to do? But I will say that I have
Especially
a high
with the gap, you know.
Well, right, yeah. And then the whole idea, the whole thing was about technology. The videotape and everything in that movie is very much based on the technology of the time. So will it work for current technology?
Yeah, someone was calling you on your cell phone.
She could. I think they had cell phones.
Oh, yeah.
They're kind of like old flip phones, you know, but they do have them. Yeah, I don't know. I have a high tolerance for bad horror movies, though. So hopefully at least a couple scary moments, maybe it'll be kind of fun.
I'm really hoping that this kind of brings that back, because we were just talking about it. I mean, I honestly think, like, The Ring is probably one of the better American horror movies, and I mean, I could probably even say top 50 maybe. I mean, it's really good.
It's a good movie.
The second one I don't really remember.
The second one's not great. I mean, it has moments, the second one, but it's not at the level of the first one, certainly. And yeah, that first one is very influential and is one of the better horror remakes, certainly, of a foreign film. They really captured something with it. So,
well, let's see if this, who now a Spanish filmmaker, takes on and hopefully
in English
brings that back to life.
We'll see.
All right, let's do it. We just got out of Rings, the third installment in the Ring trilogy, I guess. Mr. Bell.
It's not a trilogy, though. This is the problem we were talking about. They've decided that it's not a trilogy, and the second movie
This is basically a remake of the second movie.
I mean, it is and it isn't. I mean, it's a completely different story, but it's a remake of sort of the idea of the second movie, which is that we have to find out where did Samara, the girl in the well in the video, come from. But Naomi Watts, she already found out.
Yeah, she already knew what was going on.
She investigated it, she found it, she dealt with it, but now they made up a totally new story. And
I think you benefited because you watched the second one. I saw the first one recently, but I didn't rewatch the second one. And I'm like, why do I feel like we've been here before? And then you told me that this is exactly what's going on in the second movie.
I don't get. I mean, first of all, this is not a good movie.
Break it down.
It's not a good movie anyway. But if you're gonna just make kind of a crappy, mediocre, whatever sequel, like, your core audience is the people who liked those other movies and were like, oh man, The Ring was so cool, I watched it 50 times and I'm going to see this new one. Those people are going to come in and say, what is going on here? Why are we repeating the same idea differently and contradicting I don't get it.
Yeah, I have to agree. This movie was just a complete mess. I didn't understand where they were going, as far as they have this whole classroom set up where there's this big project to try to just keep watching this and passing it along, because now in the virtual world we could just right click and copy, and then you could just show someone else.
Put it on
but there was like no threat. There was like none of that impending 7 days. Like, that doesn't really work. We're in the first movie, like, we're like just counting down the day.
Right.
Like, I think it literally subtitles the days, right?
Yeah.
And this doesn't really happen, and we just... I mean, it just does. Nothing really happens in this movie that we haven't seen already, like you said.
No, and
it becomes Final Destination-y.
It does, yeah. It really does, with the whole group of people and passing it along.
Yeah.
And you don't have Naomi Watts. That was a big part of, I think, why that first movie worked and why the second movie sort of works at times, at least, is that her performance is very compelling, is very honest, and even when you're like, this is kind of ridiculous what's happening, she feels like a real person that you can care about. And the main actors in this movie, and I don't even know what their names are, guy and girl, they were
actor A and B.
Just, yeah, exactly. They had nothing, they didn't bring anything to the table. They were not sympathetic characters. They were not engaging in any way. I didn't care whether they lived or died.
It's like they purposely put it in positions where you wouldn't want to see this happen, like the plane, like the opening sequence, which we see in the trailer. And I think you could watch online right now. It's like the first opening 3 minutes or whatever. It's just like, why of all places would you want her, like, to make her come out of a cockpit, like monitor? Like, why is that a big?
I mean, I think they're just trying to think, where are there screens we could put this that we haven't already had it.
This was a mess. Definitely not a fan.
No, I wasn't either. And I think even if you like the earlier movies, a lot of times with these horror sequels, it's like, well, this wasn't a very good movie, but if you like the villain character or you like the mythology of it, like, check it out. You might have a fun time. But I think, honestly, if you liked the other movies, you will be more frustrated by this movie than people who maybe didn't care about those movies and just are looking to see a dumb horror movie.
Probably pay off for them to kind of follow Leprechaun's suit and make, like, Samora Back in the Hood or something like that. Like, or like
maybe
Son of Samora. Yeah, or, you know, that's the only route I see it viable now.
She could fight Chucky.
But if this movie does well financially, which I'm probably going to... You don't think it will?
I really don't think it will. Even the studio, I don't think thinks it will.
Yeah, that's very
It's
true.
been delayed, and...
I think people will go, though. I don't think a lot, but I mean, I don't know how much this movie was made for. I don't think a lot.
Right, well,
but
that's
I mean,
true,
if all they get is just that little bump, I mean, we might have the American version of The Girl from the Grudge and The Girl from the Ring. Like, maybe that's their end game.
Yeah, that could be. Grudge versus Ring. I'd see that.
Yeah.
I'd see that. I'm not really looking for Rings 2 or Ringses or whatever it's going to be.
Ring 4.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, we also reviewed Patterson. We reviewed The Space Between Us and The Comedian. So make sure to go click that white eye right above Mr. Bell's head and you can go check out all those videos. You have anything else to say about Rings?
What? No.
Don't
I have
see
nothing
it.
else to say.
I think that's what we could say.
Yes,
don't
see it. I agree.
All right, ChasingCinema.com is known as the film lovers website. Make sure to check out JoshBellHatesEverything.com.